Alright, got a pretty good pre-made game here. Replay, that is. Gonna be watching it from my point of view because, I mean, why not? I was in the game, may as well. See, I'm on DJ, that's how you know I'm try-harding a little bit. More importantly, I think it's pretty good for our team comp. I think we'll end up looking for... I mean, I know we did end up looking for a base, but when we're picking the team comp, I know I was thinking about we probably want to end up basing with what we've got, and we need a bit of bulk. DJ's good at that, why not? And we'll be able to do it pretty fast as well. Standard start, send the boys off, make an eco somewhere, get in position to try and hit some early lings. Awesome guy, or Cola on Zerg, I believe he's a hunter. Andrew Graves, who I think was Infinity or something, I don't know. Andrew Graves on Glevig, so Kerrigan Glevig. Pretty good for us as DJ early on. It does mean DJ's pretty weak against Glevig when it comes to pushing, so it does mean that that's a bit more risky, but when it comes to the early farm, it's not too worrying. We do have to watch out for Kerrigan jumping on top of us, so we will do that. But, you know, as long as we've got some good awareness, we should be fine. Where is she right now, actually? She's still just in mid, probably doing patrols, I imagine. Trying to pull some stuff away from some people, it looks like. I mean, we're all farming around mid pretty hard. I'm getting quite a bit of gas out here without losing anything, which is nice. Actually, not too much gas. It's weird. Not any. Like I'm pretty much the only one farming bot side. We see our tennis comes in a little bit, but actually kind of sparse on the Ling's bot side. Funnily enough, still mid. Wonder why. I imagine they were sitting up. Oh, that's why I forgot about that. Oh my god, he didn't even have Tempest, I don't think either. He was oh, he got fucking played. I imagine they're doing some patrols. Let's I should turn off team colors, shouldn't I? Let's take a look at where the Zerg is looking. So they should be, yeah, setting up patrols now. They did get a good early snipe off there, clearing out some outposts. Meanwhile, I am just building up a fan count. Send these guys off to make an eco probably here. Just defend a... Oh no, that's a patrol actually to get some more gas and income. But I should be sending some stuff out soon. Always looking for those mini base spots as DJ, very easily defendable, and we want a lot of space so that we can make our eco. I think Kerrigan's kind of nearby. I don't really want to rotate to the left because Elementalist is here. He is going to very easily pick up a lot of the lings. So I do want to stay bot side, just have to be cautious with this Kerrigan. If she gets on top of me, I do lose quite a bit. Not so much now that I've split my units off. Like, these guys are off to go make an eco. These guys are just getting some income, but still losing an early crowd pacifier is always quite painful, even at this point. So we'll give up some gas to avoid it, just to make sure. It's like they're chasing the Kerrigan, but you know, nothing too worrying going on. They're kind of hitting left side, funnily enough, bot left maybe. No, they come to this patrol. Actually get stuck on it too, actually saving my patrol. I think they were maybe... They must have been controlling something else around the map, because even if there was an eco there, this early on, killing those fans is basically just as valuable, and it's guaranteed, so... I think Artanis saves that there. Yeah, nice. I wouldn't have got that off if Artanis weren't there to save that, so that helps out quite a bit. Now we're setting up our eco down bot left. Kerrigan's still hitting up through the left side. Yeah, still hitting up through the left side. Artanis kind of running towards them. Where'd the Elementalist go? He was farming quite close here. He must have... Did he fuck off like all the way around the map? Did he snowball or something maybe? Oh, probably blink. It would have been before 5 minutes, I guess. And how are our supports doing? I know we lost one in the form of Scion. We do only have Elementalist now. So we're down to one support, which is pretty rough in a pre-made game. It makes it hard to deal with Zerglings quite a lot of the time. Actually, none of our team comp is very good at dealing with Zerglings. Scientist is okay if he's ahead. Stukov pretty bad. Artanis pretty bad. DJ pretty bad. Critalord very bad. Nomad is alright if he's ahead as well. Usually the Nomad and Scientist are not ahead though. This yeah, we're kind of fucked here if they actually just mass slings everywhere, funnily enough. Which is really concerning.
Your army is
under attack. So far we're doing alright. Got our eco building up quite large. We've got a few fans up. We haven't lost too many in the early game because we managed to get that patrol that was over here out completely untouched, fortunately. Set up another mini base location. Don't commit to it yet, just get it ready for another eco, just to give us options. Should probably have like, this is my second one I'm setting up now. We see we're scanned down bot left, so pretty good timing to set it up. But I should be setting up probably a third eco spot as well, just to make sure, just to make things difficult for the Zerg. Maybe since I'm heading down right side, maybe try and secure this. Thing is, I don't actually have that many fans out. We see I'm actually making a disco ball already, I suppose because I was scanned. I'm not salvaging this eco. No need to salvage it until we see danger coming. Unfortunately, there actually isn't too much in the way of teammates around here to scout Ling Balls or Kerrigan coming towards me. But no need to salvage immediately. We do just commit to ecoing on the other side of the map though. So we'll eventually salvage it. But for now we just eco up in a safer place. Fortunately, I pull too many of the Zerglings here, so I have to speed boost away. Get a little bit of the gas. Kind of split up the Ling Ball as well, but I don't even know where it was heading off to. See, Kerrigan actually comes up the top right, which is really annoying because she knows I'm bot left. She took out top right. Fortunately, I am in position to make another eco spot. I guess I said I wanted to secure this. I guess I did, so that's good. I do just immediately put the eco back into this, but it's a bit risky since Kerrigan's there. And I believe, yeah, she does a recall to head to it straight away. Not that I know while I'm in game, I just remember this happening. So she is heading straight to it as well. Pretty good move by the Zerg to focus down someone who just had to salvage. Chances are, when you know where that other eco spot is, that's where they're immediately putting their eco into, so they're not floating minerals. A pretty good call by the Zerg. It puts me behind quite a bit there. I do salvage out almost all of it still, but nonetheless, it definitely slowed me down a little bit. But we are in position to get another eco spot here. We have this guy moving back up to top right. I like this. They've right-clicked the Ling Ball underneath it to just keep eyes on it as well. And then this guy's over here, so I'll be able to move him around as well. Nice thing about DJ in the early game is that you pretty much can't shut down his workers. They are expensive workers, but you can't shut them down. It's kind of actually very annoying to deal with. Once they get Hydras or something, they'll be able to deal with that, but obviously that comes in a little bit later. We've got this guy down bot left. We're going to put him in position. We see the Ling Ball up there. Trying to get it off of me, actually. I need to move it a bit further down into the tree line to do that. But, I mean, yeah, like they have to pay so much attention to where this disco ball is. Even by right-clicking units on it, it's not quite enough. So they're not going to be able to deny it for that long. We are just setting up that eco, massing the tier 1 over where we currently are now. I'm floating a bit of minerals. There we go, putting it back all into eco.
Your army is under attack.
I think I was preparing to defend this, but he's actually deciding that he's going to cloak wall it. So he's going to do a little bit of that for some of his eco and to help me out as well a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't, well, I guess it's not too, it's a pretty good problem to have. I don't really need the help at the moment. I've got 3 good eco spots for myself, one that is set up pretty heavily right now. But you know what, I'm not gonna complain if he's gonna give me a little bit of extra room to work with if things go poorly for me. You see we're setting up some patrols now. I'm starting to run not really that low on gas, it's just that my mineral income is far exceeding my gas income, so we'll start setting up some crowd pacifiers now. Probably, am I 1-1 already? No, not quite yet, so we're just setting up units before we go for that. We probably will be going 1-1 soon, since we're going to be hitting around plus 45 probably before I run out of gas. And then at that point, I'll start floating minerals, so may as well. We are in a really good spot. Where is Kerrigan right now, actually? Oh, well, there we go. They pinged it for us. Very nice. So they're dealing with our team top left. Map is actually looking pretty dark, concerningly. This is funny. He's pretty much echoing on top of hidden production. Not that it's a bad idea here. It's not like he's committed a lot to this. It's obviously a lot better to make sure the scientist has eco down than to make sure a few warp gates are hidden. We're doing a bit of a push. Being a little bit careful about it. Just basically trying to push when the Glevig TPs, just to get a little bit of creep, a little bit of harass, a little bit of gas as well. But we're not really expecting to get a huge amount out of it, because Glevig can pretty easily deal with our army. We don't have subwoofers or laser shows or anything, just a few crowd pacifiers and some fans, which he takes out quite fast. Fortunately, we lose, I think, all of that, but it's not a whole lot, so we do just move out. Interestingly, they're not bothering to storm. It is level 1 storm, that would be why. Not really bothering to storm my disco ball to at least, you know, take it down some health. You know, when they first came up here, if they stormed my disco ball, they might have been able to kill it this time around with another storm, but that does mean that she wouldn't have had energy to scan there. It means that as she walks up to this eco here, she wouldn't have as much energy to deal with that. So it is, you know, not as simple as it sounds. I think Stukov lives here, yeah. And I think he actually also pulls her away from my eco, maybe. I know here she doesn't go for my eco, which is quite interesting. Or quite fortunate, really. I have the disco ball in position to scout her. I do send units up just to see, but I am real lucky there. They just happen to be looking mid as their units run into my units, and then they're not really paying attention, so it takes it all out there. So that eco stays up for now. What am I up to currently? Oh, I'm gonna dig down. I'm fucking deep on creep with roaches all around me, Glevig on top of me. I'm getting pushed. So we're trying to do a bit of damage there, but as we see, I'm not in it. Oh, this poor crowd pacifier gets blocked off there. Yeah, I'm not in a great position to push at the moment. I believe I'm 1-1. I'm actually 2 armor. Get some subwoofers here to take out these roaches. Funnily enough, the roaches can still attack while they're in the air. Doesn't stun them. It just kind of stops them from moving. But means we can take out this. We get quite a bit of gas. We get quite a bit of fans as well. We see we're stacking fans over here. Moved away from the top right area. They were, I believe, patrolling it a bit heavily. So I decided, you know what, this is close by enough. We'll just secure this as well. But now we've got some subwoofers out. What upgrades am I looking at? So I'm 1 attack, 2 armor. We don't have the subwoofer upgrade yet, but we're at plus 67 per second. And we're starting to get a little bit of gas from those roaches particularly. We see Kerrigan's near us. We don't want to fuck with her though. We don't have enough fans on our hero to make enough units. And even if we did, we don't have that many resources to turn them into subwoofers and deal with her. We still need the subwoofer upgrade to really be able to deal with the roaches coming in here. Yeah, the Artana salvages, the Critolid salvages. Can I get there to save the Nactal in time? I've got to keep an eye on that eco as well. Does Nactal have blink? He didn't, I don't think, no. Unfortunate. Wasn't able to save the Nactal, but I am able to get a little bit of gas here, which is quite nice. This eco on the right still up is massive. Unfortunately, Kerrigan does get through to my eco here. I'm able to get most of it out, but I lose a bit more than I probably should have. A bit of poor awareness from myself. But now, I mean, we call base now. It's 17 minutes 30. We're on the other side of the map as well. I mean, this isn't a, like, base now and immediately hold it. This is pretty much everyone just start hitting up top right, kind of get ready to base. I'm in a good position. I can do a lot of the holding. Unfortunately, we get scanned up there. A lot of fans up there, so maybe Kerrigan gets concerned enough to try and jump on top of it. But, you know, it's we don't have to full commit to the base is the thing. We don't have a lot of infrastructure there. It's mostly just a little bit of my eco, which I can always salvage.
Time to fight.
See roaches coming in, so I just make some subwoofers. They should deal with that. Scan is annoying. They're going to be able to hit my eco, but as long as my tier 2 doesn't die, I'm fine. Kerrigan's also on top of me, but a big, what would you call it, lift up of the lings there stops a lot of their damage, and then the renewing tune is usually just enough. Artanis even coming in to help me a little bit with that speed. I try to get out as many subwoofers as possible. I only get 2 out, which isn't bad. It's better than just losing them. My manager manages to live as well. Imagine he will eventually go for it. I mean, he's got to go either down to get my manager or up to get my eco, and I think he probably knows my eco is here by now. Where's he heading off to? Yeah, I mean, it's scanned and I know Kerrigan's nearby, so I just salvage. But actually, he's not sending his hero. We're scanning it with the disco ball again, so we know. So I'm actually able to just make a subwoofer here. And he's got them on move command. He's got them, well, on attack command to hit the eco structures. He's actually getting blocked there, and I'm able to actually fully hold this, which is nice. My manager's still alive. He's trying to make his way up to the base on his own. Do a little bit of stunning on the way. But Kerrigan does get here. We don't have to all in. We are at 2-2 with the subwoofer upgrade. I don't know why that shows as 1 armor. That's a weird bug. But we're in a pretty good spot. We're still plus 36 per second, and we're just making as many subwoofers as we can to hold this. Again, it's not like a base we have to fully commit to, but I'm in such a good position that I reckon I could pretty much full hold this almost solo. So if they're going to push into it, I'm just going to get damage out of it. And if they don't push into it, well, then it's a base. So they do manage to dash in. We have to salvage our structures. Now stuck at the back of the base now, but they do have recall, I imagine, if I could click on Kerrigan. Yeah, they don't have energy right now, but they have recall. I hit a level 6 already. I do hit a base drop there, which is some nice damage. We're actually almost maxed out on supply. But what they need to do here is they need to get back in the corner and recall out. They have recall up, they have the energy. I think what they are planning here is that if they recall out now, yeah, kind of fucking around with Kerrigan there, trying to push her away with my hero. I think what they are worried about is that if they recall out now, we hold this base and we just eco back here. What they're trying to do is stay in the corner, make sure they build units up so we don't have room to eco while the Glevig slow pushes in with their units. But they're actually being held off quite well on the other side with just a few units we have and the Artanis units. And we're getting off so much damage here. Now with the Elementalist in here as well, he meteors and he soul catching zones and takes so many of the units. They are stopping us from ecoing, which is their plan, but they've taken like 50k damage from this. If we could look at the charts. I mean, 41k from me, and the well, the Elementalist just got here. He's mostly here to kill units. They do end up TPing out, but they took pretty much 50k damage that they didn't need to. And it's a really hard call to make as well, because if they did TP out there immediately, now we're just free to eco up. I think, like, easier for us to say since we're looking at the situation, but if they TP to the top right creep, and Glevig just kept kind of harassing from this side, and then they tried to move back in from here, they'd be able to achieve almost the same thing, but without taking all the damage. We'd be able to get some eco up in the back, but there's not really that much room. And what they don't know is that we actually committed a huge amount to that as well. So them letting us eco up, like you see, I'm done at like plus 11 per second, mostly off of fans, almost an all-in. Yeah, so what they don't know is that they would have actually been fine making us commit all that, which they had to, you know, take some damage for. The full commit was only after they started to take about 20k damage. Then when they see all those subwoofers come out, and especially when the Elementals comes in, if they insta-TP out there, and they've already put us in a good spot because we're behind resource-wise. But now we're ahead when it comes to health. I mean, they're still 30k, but they can't dash in anymore, and they definitely have to keep away from my base drops. I mean, I'm now almost level 8, level 7. I'm about to get a second charge of base drop. It's going to be very hard for them to push in. The creep is pretty far out. We still have Critalord on the other side of the map, just kind of fucking around. But he's not quite blocked in, but he's almost blocked in with creep. We see someone has stolen my subwoofers and is juggling them around mid to do some eco damage, which is quite nice. Now we just build up eco. Like, Zerg kind of need to move in here to stop us from being able to build eco, but at the same time, because they're so low on health, they need units to do the job for them, not the hero. And at the moment, their units don't really beat our units, so they kind of need time as well to build up theirs. And it's all because they took so much damage. Otherwise, you know, if Kerrigan was still at like 60, 70k, they'd be able to just dash in and fuck me up. Glevig TP, maybe? Storm? Storm's almost up. Storm? Okay, yeah, dash Storm gets him there. So yeah, unfortunately, Critalord does go down. We are trying to push creep back a little bit. If Glevig TP's on our hero, we're in a bit of a risky spot. They could kill us pretty fast, even though we have 1k HP because we're level 8. We've got 2 armor. She still kills us pretty fast because I imagine they're quite high level as well. So we're staying at the back here. Yeah, they are level 10. So we're staying at the back, kind of letting our units do the job. We do manage to push creep quite a bit. Elementalist is able to comfortably run around. Once he gets ice orbs on him, he is incredibly tanky, and he has a good amount of health and shields as well. This is a hard spot for us to push into. Kind of pinging to go in there, mostly hoping that someone scans for us. If we could get high ground vision, we could actually start auto-attacking the Zerg. Yeah, there we go. Boost in. Yep. But they insta-TP away. Good call from them. I don't know if it was to TP away to defend. I think it was actually. But it does work out well for them. But that means we can push a little bit of creep, get a little bit of the overlords that were there. Slowly starting to build up our mineral count, our income count. The Stukov has quite a good amount actually. Let's go all vision to see how much they have. Plus 150 per second. Nomad has plus 30. Scientist has plus 150 per second. Honestly, our team's in a pretty good spot. Mostly the Stukov and the Scientist. What about the Artanis? Plus 121 per second. Got a lot of eco on the other sides of the map. So that's very good for us. Was that scanned by us or the enemy? I think by the enemy. But yeah, actually our team's in a surprisingly good spot. It felt a lot more dire while playing this. Oh, Kerrigan does sneak in. I have to recall my units to all the way across the map. I try and wait for her to go in a little bit further, get a recall on top of her. But she dashed just as I recall, and it ends up kind of fucking us over a little bit. That was a bad timing for me to unload my units, because I actually don't get much damage out on her there. And she does get a lot of eco damage out on, particularly me, but a little bit on the scientist. That's okay. I've kind of done my job this game. I mean, if I can build my eco back up, then, you know, it's just a win. But pretty much my role in this was to hold the early base, do some early damage, and then support. If they let me build up income, then I could pretty much solo. So it's not as simple as just out ecoing us either, but at this point our team should be quite far ahead, which they definitely are. Elementalist building up as well. What level is he? Level 73. See the sneaking around the right side. I try the same thing again. I blink my manager in even. I know that their recall should be up, but the fucking like bugged manager. Did you see that recall? Like, that's so unfortunate. I could have got some damage off there, because I would have also been able to speed boost my units in and stuff, but for some reason, even though I recall out here, it recalls some of the units out, then most of my units just got recalled on top of the manager. Sometimes the manager is a little bit buggy with the recalls, and unfortunately that's just one of those situations. So again, didn't work out too great for us, but we are able to hold fairly well. We can even just sit in the storm. Our units are pretty tanky. It would be nice if it could pull back there, but with all we've got like 3 different groups of units, or 3 survivor groups of units around here, so we kind of get stuck on each other trying to micro against each other. And yeah, big 2 base drops, 3.2k damage there, double base drop going off. I think I'm level 9 now as well. Yeah, I'm getting pretty scary just with my hero alone. See, how much is it going to do now? So yeah, 1700 now. It only grows the more fame I get as well. Also, the more levels I get. So as our eco builds up, I mean, we could just play RPG DJ and be scary enough, to be honest. The fact that we've also got all these units and all this bulk is just... I wouldn't call it a cherry on top, because that is actually the main strength. The real cherry on top is the fact that I have an insanely strong hero as well. The Artanis is doing a good job at holding off some of Glevig's units up here. I am going to probably have to split more of my units. It's rough. We have 3 sides to defend from. Kerrigan was doing good, kind of 4 sides really, jumping around these entrances and kind of making me recall to each one of them, and then making me worry that I have to kind of stay around there to make sure I can defend wherever she gets to. But I also kind of have to defend topside, because I'm still, even though my income's not that great, I have built up to plus 75. But I mean, subwoofers are just so strong. They are really what the team is relying on to take off so many of these units. Elementalist coming in as well. Sent out Meteor. I think he didn't cast Soul Catching Zone there, unfortunately. Got Manager on the other side still, so I can still recall to it and provide some help there. It looks like I do recall. Why do I have no units in the Manager though? But must have recalled these units a small amount and sent them up there or something. So yeah, we are getting kind of spread thin, which is definitely worrying. Little wall of eco here actually helping a lot and getting some damage off as the Kerrigan gets stuck on their own units that she's spamming.
Your army is under attack. Time to fight.
Yeah, the damage count is slowly going up. They're done at 13k. It's getting harder and harder for them to push in with their heroes. It's getting easier for them to deal with just units though. They are scaling very well. We are kind of trapped in a small area of the base. They've done quite well at taking out a lot of the stuff around the rest of the map. You see we've actually got one of my disco balls down bot left. I should maybe utilize that more. No, I can't really, can I? Because they should have link vision at this point. Just because they'd be so rich. So if I make... I guess I could make a tier 3 go in the middle there. Roche is slowly pushing in here. Got to defend a bit of this side. Where's my manager? Okay, my manager's still down here. I kind of want to be with my hero on the opposite side of the map, or opposite side of the base rather than my manager, because my hero provides a lot of support with these base drops, being able to take out balls of units, and then my manager does a similar thing by being able to like pseudo stun a huge group of units, and it can buy us a lot of time to reposition. And then of course there's the recall as well, but I am kind of splitting my units out throughout the base. Got an army of roaches at the back here, which is quite nice. We see Brutus coming in. That'll be kind of annoying for us to deal with as a front line. Good front line for the roaches. Meanwhile, Kerrigan's pushing down here. She might even... Oh, Somp's coming out as well. So Elementalist down the bot side. He's a big source of damage at the moment. We'd recall some units on the high ground to get some extra damage off. It does a decent amount. We managed to get like 1k off there, I think. How much was I at before? Yeah, I think about almost 1k off there. Not quite enough though. They are down to just under 10k. So Gleivig's slowly gonna start losing ground because she's gonna have to move back. Big meteor damage as well. 3k damage there. We see Kerrigan moving in bot side. Where's the manager? Oh, I'm getting close there. I mean, I can do this. I can run up and kind of tank some units for the team. Unfortunately, Artanis runs back in just for a second and gets picked off. Yeah, I mean, DJ incredibly tanky with levels. Kerrigan has to recall out, but we are getting pushed quite far in. And we're in a dire position now. We lost one of our heroes. We lost Artanis. She does fortunately recall all the way back to mid, so that gives us some time to be safe. But at this point, we're thinking we've got to do something dire. I'm getting ready to recall all my units onto the high ground, try and move in, get damage on her. Elementalist Giga Chadler just fucking runs up with Lightning Storm and takes out the Gleivig just in time, just before dying. Which is fortunate, because if Gleivig were fast to react there, I wouldn't have been able to get enough damage off with these units up here, I don't think. And I would have been in a bad position. Yeah, quite a fucking tight game at the end.